Hello and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. My name is Sensei and we are back to do another morning forecast stream. We are going to be live every single morning and 2 hours before the opening bell in the United States. And we will be going live 1 hour before Martyn goes live to get you guys ready with all the headlines, all the trades, everything you need to know if you're investing in the markets. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. These are my thoughts and opinions only. I am so happy to be back. I had a wonderful honeymoon and now we are back to navigate the markets together. So welcome in everyone. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Please do make sure you do hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're back. Let's get into it. So we do have some key headlines. I hope everyone's got their newsletter this morning. Make sure you do press the like button on the newsletter as well. You can restack it. You can leave a comment as well. A lot of top stories here today. We've got Turkey's F-35 comeback. High-stakes US-Turkey talks may revive a $7 billion fighter jet deal blocked since 2019. We've got a big story on Swift. Let me know in the comments, can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? I'll get onto your comments in a second. We've got a big story from Swift. Swift goes blockchain. Swift's teams with 30 plus banks to prototype blockchain rails for 24/7 cross-border payments. That will be an interesting story once we come onto it. Stocks defy September. S&P 500 and gold are surging together. Investors bet on cuts while hedging Washington chaos. We've got markets at all-time highs. Stock markets and gold markets. However, what we've got going on is the crypto markets is a bit more bearish, some would say, than some would have anticipated, including myself. I was hoping we would be closer to all-time highs at this point in September. I was thinking XRP would be closer to that $3.30, $3.40 level. It isn't. Am I bearish? No, I'm not, and I'll tell you why in a second. We've also got Kraken. Yes, it's all fine. Thank you, Angie. It's great to see all these names back in the chat. I thought you would have all forgotten about me by now. Not streaming for 2 weeks. I thought no one would remember me, but I see a lot of familiar names. I was going to say faces, but a lot of familiar names in the chat. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Make sure you are hitting the like button so everyone knows we are live again, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So Kraken, which is the very large and one of the first crypto exchanges, is looking to IPO. Kraken targets a $20 billion valuation, prepping for a 2026 IPO amidst surging institutional demand. That will be one of the most exciting IPOs since, I would say, Coinbase. This is a bigger company than Gemini, in my opinion. This is a bigger company than Bullish, in my opinion. Kraken is one of the original crypto exchanges that's been around for a while. So a lot of people trust Kraken, especially institutions, and a $20 billion valuation, I think, is well deserved. It is quite a high valuation that will put it above most of the other competition, apart from Coinbase, for example. So then we've got crypto meltdown. A 300 billion crypto wipeout triggers mass liquidations, showing leverage brutal downside risk. Well, we all experienced that last week, even though I wasn't really focusing on the markets. I even saw the headlines. I even saw my portfolio go down. I saw notifications popping up, but I wasn't really worried. There was a mass liquidation event, one of the largest of the year, if not the largest of the year, where hundreds of thousands of investors and traders, mainly those leveraged traders, in fact only the leveraged traders, got liquidated. So that's what caused the downtrend. I'm not too worried about it, especially how we're looking at the S&P 500 continuing to create new all-time highs, or at least rebounding today as well. And then we've also got a deep dive story today on Coca-Cola. I'm sure everyone in the chat knows why we've got a deep dive story on Coca-Cola, because while I've been gone, Martyn has been busy buying up the whole of Coca-Cola, it seems. So I decided let's do, and I'm sure a lot of you are interested in the company Coca-Cola. I've heard some people have also got positions in Coca-Cola. I think it's worth doing a deep dive on Coca-Cola. So we do have a deep dive in the newsletter today on Coca-Cola. As it stays steady, Coca-Cola remains a dividend machine with pricing power, global reach, and an upside in zero sugar. I'll tell you all about that in a second. The one big thing, of course, is that crypto story from last week. So 300 billion vanished. The crypto market lost 300 billion in value last week, with more than 400,000 traders liquidated in one of the year's most aggressive sell-offs. Bitcoin and Ethereum alone saw nearly 760 million in long position eased. So you saw the market cap of the total cryptocurrency market down to 300 billion. That's not obviously all liquidations, but just Bitcoin and Ethereum money that's just gone basically at this point is 760 million. And of course, there was other coins as well. But the money move of the day is suggesting avoid overexposure to leverage, especially in volatile markets. Can help protect capital, but capital when sentiment returns. Watching how risk is tied to borrowed funds may be important than chasing the next breakout. It's always very important. Don't over leverage yourself on something like cryptocurrency, especially how volatile it is. It does cause a lot of emotional response from the investor, and it also can lead to a lot of liquidations, especially in the crypto markets. It's the same as individual stocks. You don't really want to over leverage yourself on risky individual stocks. For example, I don't know, let's just say Enphase Energy. You don't want to be 20x long on Enphase Energy because it's volatile, or you don't want to be 20x long on SBC because it's volatile. You don't want to be 20x long on Tilray because it's volatile. It's the same with most crypto assets. Looking at the market snapshot, you've got Bitcoin still holding 100,000. I mean, remember, like 6 months ago or a year ago, 100,000 would have been a crazy level to be holding. Everyone was so excited to be above 100,000. We're holding 112,000. This is still amazing. 112,000 for Bitcoin. You need to remember this was one of the main targets of this bull market, and we're holding above it. Ethereum is now above 4,000. A few months ago, that was below, that was trading around 2,000. XRP is at 287. A few years ago, that was at 30 cents. A year ago, it was less than 50 cents. So we are still in a very, very nice position on these markets. We've got the S&P 500 pre-market up about 0.5%, NASDAQ up over 0.5%, the FTSE 500 up about 0.5%. So these markets are, or the main markets, the main stock markets are accelerating again, and we are looking at all-time highs potentially coming up soon. We did have a brief sell-off last week, but they are rebounding quite nicely. We've got gold up 1.5%, creating new all-time highs once again. Oil down, good for inflation, and we've got the yield down as well. So that's all as of this morning's data. So let me go into your questions, then let's come on to my predictions, my thoughts, and all of that very shortly. So let me just zoom out of that slightly, go over to the markets over here. Go on to the daily time frame, because XRP performed very well yesterday. It was up about 2.5% yesterday. So we are trying to find a base around $2.70. I'll come on to a different chart over here. There we go. Okay, let me go over to your comments. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's great to be back. Let's see who has been here. So we are... David Hensley is back. Thank you, David, for joining my first show back, and thank you for posting all the links. Stu Dawi is back. Stuart, isn't it? Is it Stuart? Glad to have you back. Thank you very much for tuning in. Jerry is here. Ryan is here. Hope you had a nice holiday. I did have a great holiday. I hope you also had a nice holiday in Turkey, I believe. Moon, welcome back. Finally, you are here. Yes, I'm back. Thank you. Martyn says, welcome back, welcome home. Thank you very much. Lord Jason, welcome back. Sensei, thank you very much. Hysteria and Roughnecks, will you be covering this Sibos conference this week? Sibos conference? What's that all about? Sibos conference. Let me see. Let me see if I can find out what that's all about. Maybe it's a scam token. Maybe it's something important. Sibos conference. Sibos is the global financial services event, the annualized conference exhibition networking event organized by Swift. Should I go? Should I go to the event? Where is it's happening now. Where is it in where is it? Let's have a look. This is the event he's talking about. It looks actually pretty interesting. Day 1 in Frankfurt, so it's in Germany. Oh, we can watch the live stream as well. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Welcome to Sibos 2025 Frankfurt. This week, the global financial community comes together to exchange ideas, build connections, and strengthen partnerships. It will be interesting to watch. Oh, Waller's there. Waller is there. Maybe that's something we can cover in a second. I think Martyn is planning to potentially cover the Waller speech from this event. He's everywhere, isn't he? This Fed Waller, Christopher Waller is everywhere, and he's at this event. Let me see if I can bring it up just to give you a taste of what's going on. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Swift is talking. That's local time. I think we've got the story anyway. I'll keep an eye on that, but thanks for bringing it to our attention. I'm going to put the program into our group chat with Martyn and Baz, just in case they want to cover anything. Okay, so Motto A team is here. It's quite big and it's worth covering. Thank you, John. We'll look into it. Sensei. Hello, Motto A team. Great. I'm excited. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, my brother. Yes, Motto A team Cody. It's great to have you here. Yeah, he's back in action. Looking forward to the show, Sensei. Thank you, Justin Duke. I feel like the whole show is going to be me saying hello to you guys. It's very excited to be back, and we'll be back to cover every single morning's forecast. Vaz is here. Sensei. Thank you very much, Vaz. Justin Duke. Thank you, Justin Duke. I'm glad to see you here. Motto A team Exceller. Pre-sale is looking good. Thank you, Motto A team, for that. I don't really participate in many pre-sales. But good luck to you. Justin Duke says, welcome back. Thank you very much. Yolanda, good afternoon, Sensei. Glad you're back. Thank you, Yolanda. Great to see you. Thank you very much, Vaz. Human Bizingling. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Sensei show is back. Welcome. Thank you very much, Zach Zate. Angie says, welcome back, Sensei. Thank you very much, Angie. Matthew is here. Welcome back, Sensei. Hope the honeymoon was amazing. It was. Thank you very much. Yestin is here. Great to see Yestin here. He's back. Yes, I'm back. Thank you, Yestin. Please don't forget to smash the like button coming into the chat. Thank you, Angie. Oh, here we go. Martyn with the spamming. I love it. Sensei, welcome home. Welcome home. Thank you, Martyn. Welcome back, Sensei says giraffe lenses. Thank you very much. I want to be at Coca-Cola Dividend Saloon with Martyn. Amazing pictures in the newsletter. Thank you, Zach. Did you notice the Coca-Cola one? I tried to make my wife tried to make it like Martyn, but I don't know if we really succeeded. Welcome back, my friend. I pray everything was lovely. Good to have you back, mate. Yes, everything was. Thank you, Bishop David Black, for your thoughts and opinions. Karen is here. Good afternoon, Sensei. Welcome back. Thank you, Karen. Potentially big week for crypto, says Hysteria and the Roughnecks. Yes, it could be. Good morning, Martyn Vaz, and welcome back, Sensei. Thank you, Angie G. Kevin says good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Kevin, thank you for tuning in from Florida. Lovely to have you here. Henrik, welcome back, Sensei. Henrik, it's great to see you. A member for over 2 years. We need to give some sound effects for that. Henrik, I don't think I've seen you with your two-year badge. Congratulations. Stephen Price says hello. Human being. Liz says welcome back, Sensei. Thank you. Thomas Monroe, I'm glad to lovely to see you here. Thomas Monroe, member for over a year now. Welcome home, Sensei. Thank you very much. Jerry Mandem says looking good, fam. Thank you very much, Jerry. Carol DeLange says, welcome back, Sensei. You've got a shine on your face. Brilliant. That's so. Thanks for saying that. Now it's time to rest. A says, Jerry, what do you mean now it's time to rest? Now it's time to get started. Dark to Robert says, morning Sensei. David Hensley says, Sensei, glad to see you here, David. Brian Bynum is here. Good morning, family. Hello, world. Welcome back, Sensei. Thank you very much. Dark to Rabbit says, yes, all fine. Brilliant. Everything is running okay. Good morning. Welcome back, Sensei. Thank you, Lionel Rivas. I remember you, Sensei. Brilliant. Beans on toast. Where do you remember me from? Nick Jones says, welcome back. Hope you had a great honeymoon. I did. Thank you, Nick Jones. Coca-Cola again. Yes, we'll be looking at Coca-Cola. Morning, guys. Welcome back, Sensei. Thank you, Ninja Cowboy. Zero sugar, so profitable, no bad cops, just chemicals, says Jerry Mandem. Yes, zero sugar is the story of Coca-Cola. We'll talk about that in a second. David Hensley, thank you for all those links. Here we go. We're coming to the end of this now. Hello, all. Hope we are all good. Wonder Walkers, why? Yes, we are all good. William Bond number 3 says, good morning. Good morning to you. Benny Woody says, any truth in this? Just got the news. Swift and a group of 30 financial institutions globally will develop a shared digital ledger with initial focus on real-time 24/7 cross-border payments. Yes, Benny Wood, it is true. It's in the newsletter. We'll come on to it. Hello from America, says Brett. Ibrahim Wolf, are you a dad now, Sensei? John says it's quite big and worth covering. Yes, it is. There is a hot dog. There's a hot dog in Frankfurt, says Jerry. I'm sure there's more than one hot dog. Charlie Simmons, Swift news is true. Yes, it is. If you want to get a great hairline with dazzling Colgate-like smile, then smash the like button and watch the magic happen. David Hensley, exactly. Hit that like button if you've just tuned in. Let's come on to Swift news as well. Welcome back, looking fresh. Thank you, Vinny. Hey Vaz says dark to rabbits. We've got glad to see you back, brother. I was worried Martyn ruined everything when he sold. Martyn ruined everything. Ruined everything. I don't know what you mean. I keep a buck, but I'm glad to be back as well. C Marty says welcome back, Sensei. C Marty says, do you really think these ETFs will make much different before the end of the year for those due in October? I think they will. Yes. So so glad you're back, Sensei. So very glad, Mr. J. Keith. I'm very happy to be back as well. Do you think Swift not partnering with Ripple is an issue? No, I don't. Greetings from Angie and Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Lovely to have you here. I saw your email about the mug. I'm glad you got it. Sensei and you. Yes, I'm back now, so I'll be sending them out. Brian, Andrew, Bruce, Yolanda, Zach Zate. I'm back now, so they'll be sent out. Sensei got the pregnancy glow, right? I keep a buck, his crypto. XRP, all or nothing. I keep a buck. Thought you wouldn't be back. This is the reason I'm still. Thought you wouldn't be back. This is the reason I'm still here, Sensei. Thought you wouldn't be back. Oh, so if I keep a buck. You said thought you wouldn't be back. This is the reason I'm still here. Oh, so if now I'm back, you're not going to be here any longer. The only reason you stayed is because you thought I wasn't going to be back. That's not very nice, is it? I don't understand. Well, do consider staying. Penny Harris says, good morning. Daniel Morgan says, what's your opinion on Martyn being all in coke and selling his crypto? Surely being diversified is the right play and have not 5 to 10% allocation to risk on so you don't miss out on huge gains. Daniel Morgan, yeah, it's Martyn's portfolio. He can do what he likes. My personal opinion is it's just not what I would do. It's not what would be recommended by any financial advisor in the world. But Martyn buys with conviction. People went against him when he bought the crash on the market. I don't know, 6-7 months ago. But that was one of his best trades ever. So my personal opinion is I don't think it's the most sensible thing, but that's just my opinion. And I've already said that. I think ETFs will dump XRP like Bitcoin did, but then it'll rip. Are we buying opportunities of a lifetime? I think ETFs will dump XRP just like Bitcoin did, but then it'll rip. Yeah, well, Bitcoin pumped into the ETF, sold off on the ETF, and then continued to pump. So I think the pump will start anytime now, in my opinion, for XRP and some of these other altcoins, and then maybe it'll have a liquidation event again once they actually get announced, and then November, December could be really good months. I mean, that's still what I think is going to happen, but that's just my thoughts and opinions. Because of him selling. Welcome back. My mornings were not the same without you, Lena Tata. I've never actually seen you comment. It's lovely to have you here. Do consider becoming a member so I can respond to all your comments and we can form a relationship. On your honeymoon, no, I'm here because of you. Oh, okay, I keep it back. Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind. Look what the cat dragged in, everybody. Since October and November are seriously the best months for crypto and risk on assets. Yes, but we do also, I mean, we can't just go off that, but I know what you mean. Sensei, welcome back, sir. You saw that, right? You saw that too, right? Walkers wonder why. What does he see? I don't know what's going on in the chat.
Moto A-Team donated $4.99 through a super chat. Xceller is brilliant, no team tokens, renounced contracts, locked liquidity, fully untraceable decentralized.
Thank you very much, Moto AT. I'm just trying to see if I can get any information on it. I've just been away from the market, so I'm sure we do have information on it. I'll have a look into it. Thank you very much. Let me continue with these comments. All crypto crashed because you were away. I know, right? Yeah, it's just I need to be back and the markets will start pumping. Trust me. I thought Ripple might buy Swift. I don't think Ripple would have enough money to buy Swift. Either way, either that or it's makeup. No makeup here. Why is everyone saying there's something weird about it? I think I've just got tanned. I've got no... My contrast is up a bit, but that's just picked up. I always have my contrast up. Every brightness is up a little. This is me. Maybe I've just tanned from holiday. No makeup here. I never wear makeup. Anyway, let's continue. Where were we? If I get in the Discord, do you tell when your trades and when you do them leverage trading? Joshua, no, I do not. Apparently Putin's office is Satoshi. Thank you, Daniel. I believe what they were saying, they couldn't be back if they weren't coming back. Same here. Welcome back, Mr. J. Keefe. I believe what they were saying is they wouldn't be back if you weren't coming back. Same here. Welcome back. Oh, Mr. J. Keefe, thank you so much. I didn't know I had my own fan base on this channel. Thank you so much, guys. Moto A-Team. Xceller is brilliant. No team token. Yes, thank you, Moto A-Team. Thank you for the super chat supporting the channel. It's really very nice. Thank you, Cody. I will look into it. Name could be a giveaway that he's not. That is not what. Hopefully XRP will start taking off soon. Good morning, teacher. Thank you, Anointed Flowers. Lovely to have you here. Buxom Blondie 2008 says, hopefully XRP will start taking off soon. Hopefully, yes. Yes, it'll be $2.30 today, says... Well, I hope not, Dr. Manhattan. That wouldn't be taking off, would it? That'd be a crash. You've got a little bit of a glow, mate. Thank you, Matthew. Very strange. See, all of crypto is up today because you're back. Yes, Brian. I got back yesterday and the markets are pumping. I'm sure you delve into it, but Swift making a ledger surely will impact XRP. Not really, but we'll get into it. He has filters running to make him look crisp and foregrounded. I don't. There's literally no filters running. That's what I was checking. There is no filters running. All I have is contrast, but that's just... You can see what I look like without contrast. Just a bit more white. Wait, there we go. That's the normal contrast. There you go. No filters running and a bit of brightness. This is without the brightness. This is with the brightness. So there we go. Good morning, Sensei. Hope your honeymoon was a great trip. Yes, it was. Sensei is back. Yes, I am, Ricardo. Lovely to see you. H and D Volt are taking off. I think we just needed different perspectives on the markets. It's a bit of fresh air. That's what we love about this channel. We all give our own perspectives. We listen to each other. We learn from each other. No two people trade the same. David Hensley says, I think what people are trying to say is you look great coming back from a vacation. You have a glow to you. Oh, thank you, David Hensley. I don't know how to take that. What's going on? Let me get through these comments and come on to the stories. It's great to be back. I think we all need different perspectives, definitely. I've been investing in Ampool in real token XRPL. I'm up 47 XRP in 5 days. Don't know much about that. Please do be careful when you're doing all of that. He's got a TikTok filter on, trying to hide the wrinkles. I don't have any filters on. I don't have any filters on. Maybe if I come closer, you can see all my wrinkles. No filters on. Did you see a 1 to 2 rate cut in 2025? And if so, do you see an immediate crash like Martyn predicts? Do you see 1 to 2 rate cuts in 2025? Well, I don't really like to give my own opinion. I like to see what the market's pricing in, and it's normally right. So if you go onto the Fed Watch tool, and yeah, it would be about 1 to 2. In October, it looks like a rate cut, and in December, so we'll go down to 375, 400 basis points. Yeah, the market's pricing in the next 2 meetings to be rate cuts. So I agree with what the market's pricing in, 2 more rate cuts. The next 2 meetings in 2025, both of them look like they will be rate cuts. So that's the first part of your question. And if so, do you see an immediate crash like Martyn predicts? I don't think Martyn's predicting an immediate crash. I think Martyn has said he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's just making adjustments to his portfolios based on what he thinks can happen. He hasn't said he sees an immediate crash. I don't believe anyway, from the conversations I've had with him, but see the next comment. Let's just remove that slightly. So anyway, do you see an immediate crash like Martyn predicts? Not if I don't think Martyn's predicting that, but even if he is, I don't think there's going to be an immediate crash. No. So we've got through the comments. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We're going to be live every single morning, so get back into the rhythm of things. Make sure you are tuning in. There will be more videos coming out as well. I am doing a video currently on the UK government, so that will maybe be coming out later today or tomorrow. So please do make sure when you see that video, you watch the whole thing, comment down below, let me know what you think, and hit the like button. And to do that, just make sure you've got your notification bells turned on so you can be the first to hear about the video. So I'll let the chat continue with whatever's going on there, and I will get on to the news. So let's go on to that Swift news, because that's probably the big one. I think I did do a story on it. Yeah, here we go. Swift goes blockchain. Where is it? Here is breaking news from this morning. I'll probably do another video on it later on as well. Here we go. So here is the Swift news. So Swift goes blockchain, global banks join forces. This is all occurring at this event. This is news from just this morning. Swift announced plans to integrate a blockchain-based shared ledger into its infrastructure, partnering with over 30 global financial institutions, including JP Morgan, Chase, HSBC, Bank of America, Deutsche Bank, and Citi. The move unveils at the Sibos conference in Frankfurt aims to enable real-time 24/7 cross-border payments through conceptual prototype developed by Consensus, a leading Ethereum development firm. The new system will use smart contracts to record, sequence, and validate transactions while remaining interoperable with both traditional and emerging financial networks. Participating banks span 16 countries and include by now BNP Paribas, Standard Chartered, Emirates NBD, and DSB Bank, among others, with Swift working swiftly to complete the prototype phase. The platform is designed to support the transfer of regulated tokenized assets through the specific token types. So, though the specific token types will be determined by central and commercial banks. As Reuters reports, the initiative signals a major evolution in global financial plumbing. Swift already connects more than 11,500 institutions across 200 plus countries, handling trillions in transaction flows daily, with stablecoins projected by Citi to reach 4 trillion in market cap and 100 trillion in annual trade volumes by 2030. Swift's blockchain expansion could mainstream tokenized assets and disrupt traditional correspondent banking models that dominate today's cross-border payment rails. Swift is quietly laying the groundwork for a new era of institutional blockchain adoption. This could rapidly shift the power balance in global finance towards tokenized rails and the firms that build on it. So what I am going to be doing is more of a deep dive on this. I am possibly going to put out a video on this once I watch everything that's unfolded, get a better sense of it all. But essentially, again, I'm not worried. There's thousands of companies out there that say they're going to do something and then it takes them 4 years. This is not happening tomorrow. This is still in a prototype phase. They are still testing it and they will launch it at some point. But it doesn't mean that because Swift is doing it, someone else can't. Financial, it's just like saying Coca-Cola is the only drinks maker in the world. It's not. There's many. And especially with the financial world, so many people can be involved with it and build very profitable companies. So it's not something I'm worried about. And now I'm going to start thinking, wow, they're crushing Ripple. They're taking away what Ripple was going to do. I don't look at it that way at all. I look at it as a very bullish sentiment because if they're doing it, then it shows that the world is moving towards this digital blockchain era much faster than many anticipated. And that obviously will be great for any blockchain company within this industry, because if the banks are moving towards blockchain and tokenized assets, it means all the infrastructure that's in place, all the crypto companies building in the background for years, they're also going to start benefiting from it, because if the banks weren't moving towards tokenization, it wouldn't mean anything. It means that all these companies got it wrong and blockchain isn't coming to mainstream, but it is. This is going to accelerate that, and every company who's set up for this will benefit from it. So I do see this as a catalyst, something very, very good for the general market. And I see this good for Ripple as a company, XRP as a token, and Coinbase as a company, and all these crypto companies we've got, and the crypto sector as a whole. So some people will look at this headline and there will be so much FUD on X today saying that this is going to be the end of Ripple and Swift was supposed to work with Ripple and they're going behind their back. There's going to be so much FUD out there, but just remember, this isn't a terrible story. It's actually a bullish story for the whole industry. Let me get your thoughts on it in the comments. If you've got any thoughts on that story, let me know in the comments right now. The end of XRP then. See, no, it's not the end of XRP. He said buy crypto. Martyn said crypto was crashing. It did crash yesterday, last week. What's your professional opinion on what's happening in crypto? I feel sentiment changed. The Russia acquisition hit me hard. Jerry Mandem, I personally, again, everyone has their opinions. My personal opinion is I don't think it's something to do with Russia. That's just my opinion. What's happening in crypto? I think what's happening in crypto is people got over leveraged and the leverage got flushed out. The S&P came down a few percent. That caused the crypto market to come down harder and faster. And because there was so much leverage in the market, the crypto market got hit harder. By the time Swift gets it up and running, they'll be far behind. I agree. I think they haven't It's not as easy as saying they're going to do it and then doing it tomorrow. I think this will take some time. But in regards to Ripple, this is one of their major selling points. To advertise that they don't need Ripple is a massive blow. Ripple was never going to work. Like, Ripple never suggested they were going to work with Swift. In fact, what Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse once said at an event was that Ripple would take market share away from Swift. So Ripple's already up and running. Swift is going to take a while to get up and running. That market share could certainly come over to Ripple. So no one ever thought Swift, a massive company, is just going to stay in the old ages and just not do anything and innovate. They were going to do this at some point, but they're still not doing it today. This is in a prototype stage. By the time Swift, thank you for restoring a bit of faith back in the market. Martyn has been preaching a crash. Contacts with Bank of America or not, we can say multiple. We can say maybe all day, but he has been on and on about a complete crash. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, including Martyn. But I think that the market did come down last week after he did suggest that. So there was some merit to it there, in my opinion. Welcome back, Sensei. I hope you had a good time. Yes, I did. Wade, lovely to have you here. Just not seeing it anywhere else on many channels. News does not include X or stupid. Just not seeing it anywhere else out of many channels. News etc does not include X or stupid people. What do you mean, Mr. J Keith? What are you referring to? Ignore my comment, you just answered it. Hi, Sensei. Sensei, look at what Jim Cramer just said. Oh God, what's Jim Cramer just said? What's Jim Cramer just said? I'll type in Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer, what's he just said? Oh God. Here's Jim Cramer. Is everyone ready for a crash? He's just tweeted, buy crypto. Oh no. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Oh no. Go and like my tweet. I've just tweeted replying to that. Let me give you the link. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. If you don't, go over there, hit the like button and see that. Thank you, Jack Ryan. The Russian accusation about America writing the rules to ram the debt into gold and crypto. Yeah, I want to look into that a bit more. Name change, sorry. Name change. I get that sense here, but a crash or a pullback, technicals and candles would have been moving well. Touchy but holding. Lots of people watching is all I'm saying. Mr. J Keith, thank you for your thoughts. I've sort of lost the train of who I was talking to about what, so I don't know what that was exactly about, but I think I know what you're talking about. Matthew says, best takeaway, kill the leverage before it kills you. Yes. Brian says, do you still see the carry trade still happening? I've always said I see like a 20% chance of a carry trade happening. It's not one of my big concerns at all. Good morning. And if a carry trade happens, I mean, that 20% covers many scenarios. From that 20% chance, about 80% of that is probably just going to be a quick liquidation wick and then a continuation. And then a 20% of that is going to be maybe a much larger correction. Out of that 20% chance that I'm giving, again, this is just arbitrary random numbers I'm assigning to it. 20% chance a carry trade happens. And if that carry trade does happen, 80% chance is going to just be a liquidation wick and a small retracement, and then a 20% chance for a larger correction. That's just my opinion. Good morning, everyone. Sensei, I hope you had a great vacation. Dude, welcome back. Thank you, Josh Monroe and Lance. Mr. J. Keith, just glad to have you back, Sensei. Brilliant. Thank you, J. Keith. Glad to see you here. Martyn put fear into people last week. Thank you, Gitty. I need to catch up on what happened last week. It sounds like it was a lot going on. All I know is Martyn's got a lot of Coca-Cola now. Martyn's full meltdown crash. Sensei, it's just leverage liquidations, no biggie. You guys should get your testimony straight. Dr. Manhattan, we don't share the same voice, the same opinion. One of the reasons I came on this channel was so that we have different perspectives on things, because we do have different perspectives on crypto, stocks, investing styles, and that's the whole point. We want to have as many different perspectives, or we want to have a few perspectives as broadcasters, and then the whole chat, everyone else has different perspectives as well, and we want to learn from each other and understand different strategies. So we don't need to be on the same page about everything. Okay, let's go on to the next story as well. Let me just see if this conference is streaming live right now. Suppose or watch the live stream. Let me see if I can log into see if we can get the live stream. Okay, I'm just checking to see if we can get the live stream of the Sibos event up, but I think I'll just do it in a separate video. Maybe Martyn will cover some of it in his show later. Let me just see if I've got the code. No, I don't. Okay, we'll do that later. Okay, that's fine. Let me go back to newsletter. Kraken chasing 20 billion IPO, big institutional signal, feels like Coinbase 2.0, but clean it. Yes, it's all in the newsletter today. We can talk about Kraken if you like. Here it is. Where is the Kraken story? Here we go. Kraken eyes $20 billion valuation as strategic funding round. So we've got Kraken here, cryptocurrency exchange Kraken. Cryptocurrency exchange Kraken is advanced talks to raise 200 to 300 million from a strategic investor, aiming for a $20 billion valuation, a 33% increase from its recent 15 billion mark just weeks ago. The San Francisco-based platform, currently the second largest UK crypto exchange by trading volume, is accelerating its capital raising efforts in preparation for a 2026 initial public offering. The move follows a 500 million raise in September 2025, where Kraken set its own terms without a lead investor. It is quite a large valuation. I mean, it's certainly much less than Coinbase at this time. If you look at Coinbase's valuation, I think it's about 60 billion or 80 billion now. If you look at, but then if you compare it to something like Bullish, which has quite a large valuation, I think it's around the 20 billion as well. The Bullish is about 10 billion. You've got Gemini. Gemini Space Station, that's about 2 billion, 3 billion. So yeah, it's about 10 times bigger. It's going after about 10 times bigger 10 times bigger market valuation. So this is much bigger than Gemini. A 33% increase from its recent $15 billion mark just weeks ago. So it's aiming to increase its valuation by another 5 billion. Remember, this isn't trading live yet. They are doing private investor talks to raise millions of dollars to increase their valuation. So the IPO preparations are already underway. We are expecting Kraken to IPO next year. So IPO preparations are already underway with the engagement of Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs as advisors. Kraken posted strong Q2 2025 results, 412 million in revenue, up 18% year over year, and 80 million in adjusted EBITDA. And 186.8 billion in trading volume, up 19%. The platform currently holds 43.2 billion in assets under custody and serves 4.4 million funded accounts. Its aggressive expansion includes the 1.5 billion acquisition from NinjaTrader and the launches of XStocks, a tokenized equities platform. With firms like Circle, Gemini, and Bullish already public, Kraken is positioning itself to lead a new wave of crypto IPOs amidst improving regulatory clarity and institutional demand. Kraken's valuation surge is not just a number, it's a signal flare. Institutional capital is re-entering crypto with conviction, and exchanges like Kraken are transforming into full Slack financial platforms. The IPO race is on. Depending on when this IPOs, this could be the end of the bull market. Remember when Coinbase IPO'd, it was a massive exchange that IPO'd. And if you look at what happened, Coinbase IPO'd and then it crashed. And if you add Bitcoin's chart to this, if you add Bitcoin's chart to this, that was when it was the first peak of the Bitcoin cycle. You came down, you peaked once again, Coinbase put in a lower high, and then you crashed into a bear market. So over here in purple, we've got Bitcoin. So the Coinbase IPO a few months later, after one further peak, some will argue that's not the real peak of Bitcoin. The real peak of Bitcoin was back in 2021 compared to early 2021 compared to late 2021. Either way, Coinbase IPO'd, and very shortly after, the crypto bull market came to an end. That could be a similar situation with Kraken, because if that IPOs in 2026, early 2026, in my opinion, that lines up to when I think the crypto bull market will come to an end. So it could line up again, just like a Coinbase scenario about 4 years ago, where Kraken IPOs and then the bull market comes to an end. So that was in April of 2021. So maybe Kraken will IPO in January, February, March of 2026, and that could be the end of the crypto market. Just something to keep in the back of our minds for when the IPO comes. Morning, so glad Sensei is back. I like his approach to the market. Thank you, Blue Bus Driver. Will you be buying the Kraken IPO? Depending on when it comes out, probably not. I mean, a lot of these IPOs, as we've seen, you buy them, you can sell them on the day on a very nice profit. So if I have access to it, I probably would. But in the UK, it's very hard to buy these crypto IPOs. Morning Ale. Morning Ale, says Huberman. Ale says hello. Guy says good morning. Mo says hi all. Welcome everyone. Kraken gunning for a 20 million. Yes, welcome back. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Brandy. Brian Shaw says, I had to stop watching Martyn. The meltdown was too much. I hope most people held and didn't panic sell following him. Thank you for your opinion. So glad Sensei's back. Okay, brilliant. Let me continue. Oh, we've got the link from Martyn. Martyn will be going live in 10 minutes. Let me get this up. You can see it here. In 10 minutes time, Martyn will be going live with market 200 times overvalued. This will be an interesting one. Alejandro, right. Ali as Alejandro. Okay, I got it. Ali or Ale? I'm just going to call you Alejandro. Alejandro, I like it. Sorry, thank you for confirming that. Okay, here we go. Let's go back to the chart. So let me just run through some charts quickly as well. So Bitcoin, of course, it did sell off. It's trying to put in a higher low. Look, at the end of the day, I don't know whether this is the end of the bull market or the start. The end of the bull market, the start of the bear market, or we're going to have another leg up. I genuinely don't know. I have no way of telling to say the bull market is going to continue. In my own opinion, with the fact that the S&P 500 is still in a bull market, rate cuts are coming, ETFs are coming next month. Market hasn't broke down in quite a major way. I am still in the camp that we have a bull market and an altcoin season. However, we could look back on this in 6 months' time, and say, wow, that was a double top, which we did mention at the time, and then there was a lower high, If we create any more lower highs and we break 106,000, that's when I'll start getting concerned and saying this could be the start of the bear market. If we get a break of 106,000 and we start going to 100,000, we break 100,000, then it looks like to me the bull market is over, and 124,000 was the peak. However, if we continue to hold these levels of support and we start putting in some higher lows, and we start building some momentum back up, then to me, the bull market continues. And that is what my thoughts are anyway. I'm still in the 60% chance of the bull market continuing. Remember, I said there's a 25% chance that inflation gets carried away, a 15% chance that the job market collapses and we get a hard landing. Those are still the case, but I'm still a 60% chance that we have a soft landing, meaning in crypto sense that we still continue with the bull market and an altcoin season. So Bitcoin is looking nice with this higher low and getting back above 112,000. If you look at something like XRP as well, we haven't broken $2.62. Remember, that was always a level that I said we're probably going to come back to, even if we are bullish. I think we'll come back down to $2.62. We've got close enough 3 times now, 270, holding that as support. What we want to see now is the downtrend breaking towards the upside, this downtrend, this trend line for XRP to start breaking, get back above $3, $3.40, and then all-time highs. Of course, that's what we want to see. But the next real level is $3 for XRP, and it does look like the momentum could be shifting towards breaking $3. We might have a breakout on our hands in the next couple of days for XRP and coming back above $3. Ethereum, again, nothing too special going on with Ethereum. We thought it was overbought around the all-time high levels, or coming close to all-time highs. I think it made all-time highs. But it's just a matter of where is Ethereum going to bottom out? Has it already bottomed out and getting back above $4,400? Again, I'm not too fussed about Ethereum. I don't really hold Ethereum. I think it will go to 8 to 12,000, but it's not one I'm too excited about. So to me, the crypto market's in a slight downtrend, and it's time to break that downtrend going into October, the month of the ETFs. We've got the stock market doing very well. If the stock market was down and the S&P 500 was down a lot, then I'll be a bit more concerned. But what we've got going on here is the S&P 500 just in a very, very brutal uptrend, and you don't want to bet against the market. So if the S&P 500 is doing very well, that introduces a lot of liquidity. That can flow into the crypto market as well. You've also probably got the NASDAQ close to all-time highs as well. So that's great. That's tech. The Russell, what's the Russell doing? Russell 2000. That's always a good indicator of what crypto is doing, because it's a bit more of a risky ETF. So you've got the Russell literally about to break all-time highs, and once the Russell breaks out of these levels around 2,500, I think that would be if we get a solid breakout of the Russell above these levels around here. You can see these 3 peaks on the Russell, one from 2021, then you've got 2024, and then what we've got recently. If we get a breakout of the Russell above these levels, that's when I think it will get very, very interesting. I wonder if I'm looking at the right Russell here, but either way, if the Russell goes up, that would be great for the crypto market as well, because that will signify the market is very much risk on. And then if you look at the commodities markets as well, you've got gold performing very well. If gold's performing well, that gives some more liquidity into the market. So you've got gold up about 1.64% again today, which is essentially all-time highs on gold once again. So there is now money being made in these markets that could flow into something like Bitcoin. And you've got silver, a bit more risky, up 1.4%. So the general markets are looking very, very, very good, and I think that money should flow into the crypto market as well. Most assets are up very nicely at the moment, which will give way to people investing in more risky assets, and that would be something like Bitcoin. So to me, I think we are still on track for an altcoin season in the next few months. So I'll be tracking that very closely as I get more in tune with what the markets are doing now that I'm back. Crypto time has come, says Atkins said. Thank you very much. 100% pumped for the next 3 months. Party mode soon. I hope so. I did too, Brian. I unsubscribed everything, but I came back for Sensei. I have no idea what's going on. What's happened? I need to go catch up. Raoul Paul said we are in a new era of 5-year cycles. Alejandro says, wow. Not sure how you spell his name or if his theory is right. Raoul Paul. Who knows? No one knows. People make up things. I don't know. Are we in a new era of 5-year cycles? Was the 4-year cycle ever technically a thing, or was it just luck? I don't know. I just think the bull market will come to an end by the end of Q1 of 2026. That's what I've always said. End of 2025 is when I think going into Q2 of 2026. At that point, I will be expecting going into a bear market if we haven't already. Man Sensei crashed it with this one. Pulled together crypto, stocks, gold, and even Coca-Cola like it's a Sunday morning coffee talk. Feels like I actually get what's going on now. Thank you very much, Matthew. XRP is on Coinbase. I have a little XRP on Coinbase. So Pengu will do great for Xmas peasants. Their cold wallets out of XRP. Cool. Well, we've got another couple minutes. Obviously, there is a Coca-Cola deep dive as well in the newsletter, so do go check it out. I doesn't look like Martyn, but I tried to make it look like, my wife tried to make it look like Martyn, but it didn't go very well. So there it is. Deep dive, Coca-Cola. Oh, let me see if I can. I think Martyn is calling in. Let me see if I can bring Martyn on. Just give me one moment. Let me see if I can do this and this. There we go. Let me publish this.
Good morning, Sensei. I think you're muted while I'm talking to you here, but can you hear me? Just give me a nod if you can hear me. Yes, you can. Wonderful stuff. I just wanted to formally welcome you back from your honeymoon. You've been missed greatly. We are all very happy to have you back. You can see such a wonderful audience is here this morning to greet you back from your honeymoon. So welcome back home, welcome back to the family. And it really is great to wake up to have you on the show and be able to follow your great content. And I do like the picture of supposedly me. It's kind of a better looking me, I think. Similar, I don't know. Yeah, do I look younger? Got bigger ears for some reason. Anyway, there you go. I just wanted to add to Sensei's thoughts this morning here on the show. Some people are saying that we have a difference of opinion. We certainly do. We both analyze the markets differently, and we have our own thoughts and ideas towards the market. I haven't said a crash is coming. I believe a crash is coming, but I don't know it's coming. I have gone defensive. I'm going to cover this morning on the show all about the market is 200 times GDP, 200 times valuation. It's why I've sold all of my S&P. It's why I've sold all of my crypto. I know that's aggressive, and I wouldn't recommend anyone do it. And on all my posts that I've put out, I've said, do not follow me. This is a very high risk strategy. As far as buying Coca-Cola is high risk, I mean, not really, but you don't buy one company. However, I am always buying with conviction when I believe it's the right thing to do. If the numbers speak to me, I buy it. Remember, I'm not really interested in emotions and thoughts and feelings. I'm interested in just the numbers. And if I've been able to scare somebody by telling you the markets are going to crash and you're feeling insecure right now, then ask yourself why. It's a good indicator to check yourself because no one would scare me telling me that Coca-Cola is going to go to zero. It just wouldn't scare me. In fact, I would end up buying more. I'd borrow more money and I'd find some money from somewhere to buy some more because I understand the business. So please do join me in a few minutes' time. I'll let Sensei just, wrap up his show a few minutes and I'll follow it up. But I'll be live in a few moments explaining what I mean by overvaluation. And I am still pro the technology and the usefulness of Bitcoin and XRP and Ethereum. Everything I've told you over the last 6 months is the same. Bank America are buying and XRP and Robinhood are buying Ethereum, and it will be used on the exchanges. So why have I sold? I've sold because I see better valuations. And at the end of the day, I'm here to make money. I'm not here to join a fan club. And when you've got the market so overheating, that is the time when euphoria kicks in and everyone thinks it goes forever. And that is the time historically when it's time to go, you know what? I'm going to take some money off the top. But remember, before you do, you have to consider your tax. And because of the black hole that I've been in the last couple of weeks, as you all know, what I'm going through with Leah, maybe I jumped a little bit too much, not to buy Coca-Cola. There's nothing wrong with that. But the way I traded by selling everything means I'm going to pay about 30 grand, 40 grand tax this year. I could have avoided that. But I still believe in my convictions to buy heavily. In fact, I Googled it and found out that I'm now a whale in the retail space. And I'm also 34 out of 47, I think it is, of all institutions. Yep. Literally, I checked it with ChatGPT and Google and the filings of Coca-Cola. I'm 34 out of 47. Not that I'm an institution, of course, but I do own more than the institutions below spot 34. Yep, pretty crazy. Anyway, that's buying with conviction. I'll hand you back to Sensei. It's great to see you, Sensei. I don't know, are you unmuted now? Can I hear you?
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That's brilliant. Yeah, Sensei, it's great to have you back. And I'll hand it back to you. Once again, thanks to your wife for making me look good or bad. I haven't yet decided what the audience think about that. But I look forward to sharing that news later on today. I will be doing the Buffett valuation first and then coming back with a deep dive on Coca-Cola. Sensei, thank you. Welcome back. It's back to you.
Thank you very much, Martyn. It was great to see to have Martyn on the show. I'm glad he cleared a few things up. I didn't think he thought he was predicting that there's 100% going to be a crash and all that sort of stuff. I think people always exaggerate things. So, yes, as Martyn said, we do have difference of opinion, but that's not a bad thing. So, what do you guys think of the picture then? That picture should be hanging on Martyn's wall. Yeah. Let me just read these comments, wrap it up, and send you over to Martyn. We'll go over there in just 1 minute. So yes, you've got the whole deep dive on Coca-Cola. You've got the risks. You've got the catalysts. An interesting fact I didn't know is that they don't even bottle their own Coca-Cola. They've got other companies that they basically have a massive stake in that do all the bottling. So there'll be a deep dive. Martyn will be covering that later, of the financial picture and all my thoughts and all the real analysis on it as well. Got all the dates coming up for any big news as well. You've got Coca-Cola as the chart of the day as well. So do go and check out the newsletter. Go check out the Swift news, all of that sort of stuff. If you haven't already signed up to the newsletter, obviously it's a great time to do that because I am back as well. So you'll be getting this daily as well. So go check it out. It's the first link in the description to go and sign up for the newsletter. So let me see if I can give you the link in the chat as well. If I go over here and there we go. Here is the link. Let me copy that in as well to the chat. Mark Satsby says he loves it. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it, Martyn. I think the picture should be hanging on Martyn's wall. Great information on the Lucas A channel as always. The picture is so awesome. I'm positioned. If Coca-Cola goes to zero, everyone is screwed anyway. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if Coca-Cola goes to zero, I think there's something massive wrong in the world for that to happen. Good morning, Martyn, to super picture lol. Misty Sensei. Brilliant. Okay, thank you guys. Gold is up 1.14% today. Yes, today alone. Yes, I know, it's amazing, isn't it, Jerry? This is something we've talked about for the last 3 years. People called us crazy when we were talking about this. Gold and silver are booming. Yes, we'll do some more content on gold and silver as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Straight over to Martyn now. If you haven't signed up to the newsletter yet, go and check it out. It's a great way to support the channel, support me, get the news every single day to your inbox. You won't see anything else like it. So Martyn's stream is linked right above here. Let me give you the link to Martyn's stream. He's starting any second now. So here is the link. See you all tomorrow. Look out for a video that can possibly come out later today as well on the UK government and crypto that I'll be putting out. But until next time, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for welcoming me back. Thank you for staying with me while I've been on holiday. It's great. I thought everyone would be not tuning in to my first show back because you've forgotten about me, but it's been great to be back. Thank you for all the kind words. and let's navigate these markets together. Hello, JJ. Oh, I just saw you come in as well. Great to see you. So thank you everyone tuning in. Until next time, which will be tomorrow, same time, 2 hours before the opening bell, 1 hour before Martyn goes live. Maybe you'll see me in the video later as well, so do comment below. But until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.